Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Sunday. You're listening to Whatever Works on KCAA 1050 AM and Express 106.5 FM. I'm your host, Sam Works.
I'm Kyle Kerrigan.
And I'm Rob Kerrigan.
Ooh, look at that. Good. On cue, too. I like that. As if he does this already. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. You guys are listening to Whatever Works. We were the 7 o'clock show. Now we are the 4 p.m. show.
4 p.m.
So that means we could talk to you guys, and you guys can listen to us. You know, our first show at this time, was last week.
Yeah.
Just to recap, we literally talked about everything and anything. Whatever works is our slogan here.
Yeah.
So every week we bring in a new guest. Today is the special guest that we're talking about. We got Kyle's brother here in the studio. So yeah, thank you for coming in. This is his first time in the flesh in the studio. He has been on the show a couple times actually. Yeah. And so it's exciting to have you come in here live, you know, with the video and everything, so people can put, like you said, a voice to the face, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But before we get started on the show, we're going to do our sponsor.
SNJRadio.com. No negative news, no politics, just feel good music.
And then also another sponsor is West Coast Solar Cleaning. You guys, if you guys have any solars, I know there's been fires that's been happening around here in the area. Get your solars cleaned. It's always good to maintain your solars, especially if you want your warranty to be valid. And then also sponsorship on my end. Sam Works Real Estate from Century 21, Lois Lauer. If you guys are looking to buy or sell, or even looking to rent, come talk to me. If you guys have any questions about real estate, I'm here as well. So
definitely.
Oh, and then one more sponsorship.
Do we?
Yeah, Clash City, bro.
Yeah, Clash City Entertainment. We bring live entertainment to a local bar near you. So just hit us up on Instagram at Clash City ENT. But okay, so you are our first guest at the 4 o'clock hour now. We were doing 7 o'clock for the past 3 years, and we were kind of bringing everyone up to speed last week on the shows that we did, just to kind of introduce everyone at the 4 o'clock hour who we are. So just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Robert Kerrigan. I was raised out here in California. I've been living in Massachusetts for the last 9 years. I moved out there for medical reasons. They have better health care than California.
Okay.
And I just live my life one day at a time.
Yeah, definitely. You've been my co-host a few times when Sam couldn't make it, or you know, or when my dad wasn't feeling well. You know, Dad wasn't feeling well, because he's usually our co-host when Sam doesn't come in.
Very
and
nice.
So
brother's coming in clutch.
Yeah, and so what show of yours has been your favorite that you've been a part of?
Fights with Friends is one of the shows that I follow and watch for fights.
Right.
It's more of a YouTube podcast. Then I follow a show called Fire and the Kid. It's with comedian Brian Callen and an ex-UFC fighter, Brendan Schaub, and he did comedy for a while, but now he's...
That's the guy with, like, one eye, right? Like the fake eye? Or
No, that's Michael Bisping.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Who am I thinking of then? All right.
He actually won the belt with one eye.
That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, the commission somehow just didn't check the eye.
Wow. And that was like a decision at the end? A decision fight, or how did he win?
Oh, man, I can't remember. It's been so long. But, no, I think he knocked the guy out. I think he won, like, really...
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
Yeah, the other opponent's probably, like, trying to get in the guy's blind spot, and then he's just not focusing on the fight.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of martial arts or fighting, I'm working on getting a guest. Who was the guest that we had on that went to high school with us? That's going
AJ.
pro? AJ.
Yeah.
So he was going pro in boxing.
Yes.
I just met a guy that's about to go pro in MMA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he actually has a gym at his main gym is actually this one right here. The
one across the street?
Yeah, the one across the street.
Who is this guy?
He goes by Mook, and so I actually met him last night, and he's going pro in MMA, and then I met another guy who has an event for King of the Cage,
Nice.
and he's going live in boxing next Saturday at I think the 66er Stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
used to go to King of the Cage back in the day at the Saboba Casino when it was
Yeah.
just a tent.
Yeah.
Really?
It was just a tent out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
The
No
casino.
kidding.
And like one little building next to it that had slots, but they had the vent in the tent.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago when Saboba first opened. It was
Wow. No. Yeah, because I've been to a few King of the Cages, but never like back when it first
started. Yeah, it was like 30 people in the crowd, 50 people.
Yeah. Now it's like really like
Now they have like major venues booked, like all the tickets sold, and
Mm-hmm.
you know it's good.
I used to get free tickets for it. And I don't know why or who gave them to me or what, but that was like a couple years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know what that was until like first time going, and then you saw like the ref with like the really long beard and little braids.
Yeah, that is Mike Beltran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone's favorite.
He
ref,
actually
King
acted a
of the
little
Cage.
bit too. That spin-off show, The Sons of Anarchy, there's a spin-off show called The Mayans.
Oh yeah.
He's in the Mayans.
And he's in The Mayans.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah,
I
he's, in
didn't
a
know
few,
that.
he's in a few episodes. He ended up dying, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, Sons of Anarchy is a really pretty cool show.
It is. Yeah. It's pretty
yeah.
intense.
The ending is eh.
Yeah.
Speaking of like shows and movies, you guys, okay, a little off topic here, but I never seen Beetlejuice before. Okay,
I just went and actually seen that Friday.
you did.
Yes.
Okay, you saw the original one, right?
No, I seen the original one, but I just seen the new one.
Okay, so what do you think about the new one?
Oh, it is hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought it was.
And there's a lot of Easter eggs from the original one in there if you keep your eye
Yes,
out. Like the
yes.
song and
Uh-huh.
there's something else. I just don't want to spoil it for people that have to see the movie.
See, I never saw it when I was a kid, so I saw it for my first time, the original one, like a couple weeks ago. I was like when the movie ended, I was like, this is this is what you guys like. I was just like, I didn't like it.
But you got to remember for the 80s, the characters that Tim Burton created.
Yeah.
You know, like if you've seen like his other stuff like Edward Scissorhands
Yeah. Haven't seen that one actually.
or
Oh, that's a really good movie.
Nightmare Before
Yeah,
Christmas.
that one's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, look
No,
at that dude with the small head.
It's another film. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I didn't really like the original one. It wasn't kind of like my cup of tea. But then I actually really enjoyed the new one.
Okay.
The new one I really liked, and I always tell people like if they haven't seen the original one, like go see it first to understand.
Yeah.
Really like all like the Easter eggs and all that stuff from the new one. But I liked it. I was like, this is pretty cool. Okay, cool.
And
Okay,
Beetlejuice is in a lot more than the original. The original one, even though it's called Beetlejuice, it was about the couple that was upstairs that died. So
Right.
he only had 13 minutes total throughout the whole movie of different scenes. This, he had way more than 13 minutes.
Right.
the
Yeah.
new one.
It was like about him, right? Yeah.
So yeah, it was like
Yeah.
here's the backstory about him. Yeah.
I do think though, like when I was watching the new one, Beetlejuice himself, like the actor, because they use all the same actors.
Yeah, it was
Right.
Michael Keaton. Yeah.
Yeah. A little less energy compared to the one in the 80s. Like he was a little more like ecstatic and energetic.
Well, he's
and,
old.
well, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like I saw that, like, you know, I was just like, dang, like he's not.
I mean, he's got to be in his mid 60s, late 60s.
Yeah.
I don't know how much energy he got.
Yeah, he definitely peaked in the 80s, 90s Batman.
Oh man, he
Yeah.
did Batman. He was all
Yeah.
Mr. Mom, where he was like a stay-home mom. Like he was the dad that had to stay home. And he took care of the chores and stuff, but he was like messing things up. It's a funny comedy from the 80s.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that makes sense. You know, all the
Yeah.
moms they should be staying there. Cleaning.
Can I mention one thing though?
Yeah.
Me and Kyle, we had an older brother, and he just started a YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anyone's into theme parks, you should check it out. It's
Yeah.
called Theme Park Dad 1977.
Theme Park Dad, 1970.
He's gonna drop the 1977 eventually, but for right now, it's there, and that's the way to find it.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was a manager of maintenance, right?
Yeah, at SeaWorld.
Yeah, so at SeaWorld in San Antonio, and then he moved to Orlando, and he's doing the same thing there. But what's cool is when you work at Orlando and you're in like a supervisor position, or like you work at one of the parks, you're comped in all the parks. You know, minus the blackout days. So, and they have everything over there. Six Flags, you know.
All the parks.
All the parks. Disneyland, Six Flags, Universal Studios Orlando, SeaWorld. He gets to all those for free. Anytime he wants. Minus the blackout days.
Wow.
So he's been going around.
Yeah, so he's been going around. Yeah.
But after the maintenance, though, he did that for like 10 years. And then he got the supervised job of the rides. He was in charge of the people that were running the rides, make sure the rides ran smoothly, make sure the lights are on, like the emergency walkways in case something breaks down. Oh, I got a bulb out. Hey, send this dude up. So like he's basically did it all at the park, and even worked the game section for a while. But now he's back doing maintenance. What he started doing.
Is that by choice or?
No, he wanted that. That was the position that was open.
Oh, okay.
He actually was going to start at the bottom and start working his way back up. So he didn't think there was a supervised position in Orlando. And they were just going to transfer him over if there's no position. But they had one position that some guy that was already working there applied for, but my brother had way more experience than they gave to my brother.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So his show, obviously it's about theme parks, but what specifically about theme parks?
Well, he's uploaded one yesterday, and it was about the Phantasmic show, that new show they have there.
Okay.
In Disney World?
Yes, at Disney
Disneyland.
World.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he just videos it. It's POV, 4K. You know, he just sits with his camera and like you're there watching the show.
Okay, so he's not.
But no, then he walks around. He's also going to be doing videos, but he's trying to get 50 subscribers so he can go live. Then he can walk around the park live and talk to people and
Yeah. You give people like the 401 on like all these parks.
on different parks and rides and
Yeah.
Why does he
different-
need 50 subscribers?
oh,
That's-
that's how YouTube works.
Yeah, that's how YouTube works.
In order to go live, you have to have 50. He's got 20 right now. I that Fights with Friends channel that my friends do, we did Saturday. Yesterday we did one, and I promoted on there, and he got like 5-10 subscribers.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
So I'm trying to get him to 50 so he can start doing
It's
the
like
live
that
thing.
for like Twitch and Kick too. Like you have to have a certain amount of people that watch you like consistently and follow you in order to get like royalties and stuff from it.
Yeah.
Royalty. Oh man.
Yeah, once you go live, you can get monetization. Once you hit like I think 1,000 subscribers, you get monetized. You start making money. So it's 50 to get live, but then 1,000 to get, you know, the monetization.
To make some type of money, right?
Yes, you got to at least have 1,000. Before it wasn't like that, but now they made a rule that because there were so many YouTube channels. That,
Everyone was going live.
Yeah,
everyone was
you know.
doing. Yeah, so like, all right, you got to have 1,000 subscribers before you even get no money.
How do you even get 1,000? Well, I guess you just keep posting
Well,
videos.
it's like this, word of mouth. Just
Yeah, it's word of
just
mouth then.
talking about it everywhere. He also, when he's at the parks, he'll be talking to people online, and he's like, "Oh, I got a YouTube channel." Like he said, he was at the park for that Fantastic show, and a little 6-year-old girl was talking to my brother with his parents and stuff, and she's like, "What's your YouTube channel?" And she subscribed right then and there.
Nice, dude.
So like, yeah, you can get subscribers that way.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what he should do? He should have like a T-shirt with like a QR code.
Oh, yeah.
Scan it.
Just a QR code, yeah, and let just people scan it.
Like,
They're
wonder
what the
what it's
heck?
for.
And then it takes them, boom, theme park. While they're in the theme park, they're like, what? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
There's a guy I've been trying to get on the show. He's famous on TikTok and YouTube, and he was really big into the chicken bakes at Costco.
Hey,
And
those are low key really good.
and so
I don't know if I
here,
heard of that.
yeah, and so he got famous because he exploded on these workers because they were like scanning the chicken bakes. He's like, "Don't scan the chicken. You're gonna ruin the chicken. Scan my shirt." And his shirt had the barcode of the chicken bake. He said, "Scan my shirt when you do it." He got famous over that.
Wow.
And he's just known for being eccentric and out there. And he got banned from Costco for 3 months, and then he got letters saying he can come back.
Really?
Yeah,
Because what happened?
just because he makes a scene about, you know, the you know, like the chicken, like baked chicken and the chicken bakes.
Yeah.
So he has a barcode for the chicken bake, and then a barcode for the baked chicken, like the
Wow.
rotisserie. And so I hit him up on Instagram, and he got back to me. And so we might have him as a guest. I think that'd be pretty interesting.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I told you about the guest that I ran into.
Yes.
Or in Anaheim. Crazy story, man. So he's gonna be on our guest. He will be our guest sometime in the near future. But we had a guest one time. I met him at a party, which is weird because he's very he's like introverted. He's very like antisocial.
Yeah.
But I met him at a party, and he has his pilot license and he flies around and he's an exotic veterinarian. So like on his Instagram page, he's like swimming with like alligators and sharks, like without a cage or anything, you know. He's just out there just enjoying life, doing his thing. So I was like, hey, why don't you come on the show? He's like, I'm down. I was like, this is going to be one of the best shows we're going to have. And he comes on, and since he deals with animals and not humans,
Yeah, he
choked.
Yeah, he choked big time.
the whole
Yeah,
show
it was-
just didn't really have a show. Me and Kyle just look at each other
yeah,
like,
we were digging for questions.
I was
Yeah.
thinking I might choke, but then I drank a little beer before, and I'm feeling kind of loose.
yeah,
so
there you go. There you
just
go.
let it go. Let
Whatever
it
you
flow.
got to do to get the
Yeah,
nerves
just
down.
Let it
go,
go.
let
Let
it
it flow.
Yeah.
So last week, I see this guy and he has like a prosthetic leg, and I look up and it's him. I was like, oh, like I have to go say what's up to him. I have to find out what happened to his leg. I was like, did he get bit by an alligator or like attacked by a shark? You know, like what's the crazy story? You know.
Yeah.
And it was 1 year ago that day. It was a plane crash, and he lost his leg during a plane crash, and we celebrated. I was like, all right, let me go buy you a drink, you know, let's talk, da da da. And he is such a positive dude. If I don't know, if I ever lost my leg, I'd probably I'll be depressed for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at first, but then you think about it, like, you could be dead. It was a plane crash. Most people don't walk away. Well, no pun intended, just walk away. But most people don't survive from that.
Yeah.
true.
But I mean, it's just like,
So you
how
gotta-
do you
look-
transition?
Just look on the bright side of life. Like, look at me. Like, I'm 45 years old. Haven't worked in 25 years because of my disabilities. And just, you know, it seems like every other month is something new. And I just live one day at a
Really?
time. Just
Yeah.
push forward, keep on.
I
keep
see
it
that
on.
we're wearing the same socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to wear these for my new braces. The doctor recommended them. And they're actually working pretty good.
I actually, because I wear those for my legs because of my medical issue, but I especially wear those when I wear cowboy boots. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
the cowboy, like the top of the boots don't rub my leg.
Yeah.
So they
That's
come in
smart.
handy, dude. I actually like those socks.
Yeah.
I got them for like Christmas one year. I started tearing up. I was like, because like everyone gets like, you know, toys and like crazy extravagant things, but like I needed these socks specifically, you know, like
Yeah.
for my health. And I opened this pack and it was like these pairs of socks, and I was like choking. I was like, they really do care. I was like, it was like Christmas time, anyways, you know. So it was just like that spirit already like flowing inside me. It was
Well, that's
pretty
crazy because when you're a kid, you want toys, you want like video games, stuff like that. You know, like you don't want the socks, you don't want.
fun. You don't want the socks.
Yeah, but like 27 years old, I want socks.
Right, yeah, yeah.
You know that's cool. You know.
You met Timmy already, right?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, he
yet.
hasn't met Timmy. Timmy's just been working, or
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my oldest brother. But one year for Christmas, my grandpa, like jokingly, but that's the only present he gave him, was a Ziploc bag of like marshmallows.
I
Like,
remember this.
not even like marshmallows like in a marshmallow bag. It was a Ziploc bag with marshmallows. And then my brother was like, "What is this?" And then my grandpa was like, "Oh, it's snowman's poop." I'm like, and then like he didn't give him another present. Like that's what his present was. I was like, "Dang,
That's funny.
Come on, Timmy."
Grandpa's got a sense of humor.
Yeah, he does. He really does. And now he lives in the Philippines. And like this guy is just like, it's interesting because as long as I've known him, well, since I was born, but he always had glasses, you know. And then he went out to the Philippines. He doesn't wear glasses anymore. He's like 70 years old, riding a little 250 to get
Yeah.
into like town because he like has his whole little house on a village type stuff. And he's out there living better than I am.
Oh, yeah,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
Just eating the best fruits, having the best air quality, and just traveling
Yeah.
and stuff. It's really good. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on getting some more guests. These are jiu-jitsu masters.
Jiu-Jitsu masters.
Yeah, and so they used to be at Alliance Redlands, but it became Alliance Inland Empire. So I'm gonna have some fighters that fight out of there talk about their discipline and come on. I want to have Michael and you.
That'll
yeah,
be cool. Yeah.
You know, like call in, because like I know how both of you guys respect the art too.
Oh yeah.
But mainly they just want to talk about future competitions and how they can promote and get people in.
Very nice. Oh, you and your friend?
Yeah, Mike, the one that Seattle Mike that does the Fights
Right.
and Friends YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He used to do judo when he was younger.
Oh,
So
wow.
like he knows all the when people do the judo moves and UFC, he was like, oh, there's an Oshigara or a, you know, like,
Yeah, you're like, what?
I'm like, all right. So now I'm starting to learn it and which moves are which from
Right.
him, you know.
And what they're gonna do? They can
Yeah,
see,
and then like
yeah.
I know the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I could look at most of the moves. There's some new moves people are doing that are blowing my mind though.
oh,
They're constantly inventing, reinventing.
yeah, they're
like,
so
Yeah.
creative. They do
Yeah.
not stop because like you would think like how many moves can there be, bro? Countless. If you just keep being creative,
Yeah.
like
There's these two brothers called the Rotolo brothers.
okay,
And they both created a choke called the Rotolo choke. So like it's their move.
right, yeah.
You know, just when you thought that everything's been done before, they created a choke. And then there's a guy named Mikey Musumeshi. He just had to relinquish his belt because he didn't make weight, but he like offered to do that weight under contract, but he'll get his belt back. But he's like, they call him the Darth, you know, like Darth
Vader, yeah.
Yeah, Darth Rigatoni because he just eats pasta and pizza once a day. But yet he's skinny.
Wait, the young kid?
He's young, yeah.
Yeah.
Mikey Musumeshi. Yeah. And he just eats pizza and pasta and stays thin and trains like 18 hours a day, 16 hours a day. Like, but he's also got his own moves too that he created.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So,
Where does he train at?
Oh, I don't
Is
know.
it here in the U.S.?
No, he trains in, I think, Thailand. Or not Thailand.
Was it Indonesia? No.
Oh, man.
Because I'll tell you one thing.
No. It's where one championship is.
Oh,
Singapore.
Yeah, Singapore.
Singapore. Yeah, we're ONE FC because that's the organization he fights for.
Yeah, because it makes sense because if he were to eat pasta and pizza, like American pasta and pizza, he would be a big boy.
Oh yeah, he would.
It's just like the process and the things that
Well, no, he's from here in America, and when he's here, he just makes his own pasta and pizza, like homemade.
yeah.
So, like, he
Really?
makes only the freshest ingredients and stuff like that, organic. Like, so, like,
Yeah.
he don't get fat on it.
Yeah, and he knows what's in the pizza and what's
Yeah.
in the pasta. That's crazy. Yeah, he's a straight killer, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's
It's
he's
a bummer he had to
cool kid.
relinquish the belt, but that's how good of a person he is. Like, well, I didn't make the weight under contract. Here, I'll give it up. But the next fight he has, it'll be for that belt, the vacant belt, and he'll get it back.
Like, I will
Yeah.
come back for my belt, and he will get it too.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He's supposed to
Yeah.
fight one of the Rotolo brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know who to go for on that one. I'm like, yeah, go.
I'm going for both. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever
I am
wins.
the belt. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it's crazy. And then these fighters, like these champions, are getting younger too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
there's one kid named Talbot. He's young too.
He's that Muay Thai fighter, huh?
Yeah.
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 This guy can take a punch. Like he wants a punch. I'm like, yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's those the people in the Dagestan camp that you know, they're all like 14 to 17. They're all, you know, they can compete right now in the UFC.
Yeah.
And you know, everything that is Israel and Khabib did, you know, because they train all these young fighters on, you know, like the discipline, and they're starting younger and younger.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's interesting.
What kind of TV shows you guys into? I recently started watching. Well, not recently, Tulsa King, but they put out a season 2 with
I watched
Sylvester Stallone.
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King's good.
It's a really good show.
Tulsa King. Yeah, that's with
Yeah.
I like it. His daughter's in it too. She's the one that takes care of the horse. His youngest daughter, Scarlett. So she has a few little parts here and there.
Okay, so yeah, okay, Tulsa King, yes, but I was thinking you're talking about the mayor.
Oh,
Mayor
Mayor
Kingstown.
Kingstown. That's
I
a good one.
I love
Yeah,
that one
Mayor
too.
Kingstown.
Yeah,
That-
that's
that
the shows.
shows-
That's the shows I'm into.
I was binging on that one.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
binging on that one. I haven't seen it in a long time because like I finished like they were still making the TV shows, you know, the seasons and episodes.
Yeah.
So I already caught up, and then I stopped watching it because they didn't come out with any more at that time. I was like, all right. Right now, what I'm about to watch is called Perfect Couple, which the title doesn't sound that cool, you know, but it's like the day of someone's wedding and the night before someone gets murdered.
Oh.
super rich family, and it's just like a whole like investigation, you know, and like it's kind of like a little murder mystery type thing. So, because if I'm gonna watch something like I don't know, something entertaining at least, you know,
I'll have to check that out.
but it's only like six seasons, maybe like 6 episodes. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty short one, but that because I can't watch like a series of shows, you know, like that's super long. You know, it takes 6 months for someone to watch it.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks if you binge 24/7. You know what I mean? Like
It's-
that.
yeah.
Too much of my time. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Oh yeah. It's got to be like a happy medium.
Yeah. Like The Office, it was 20-minute episodes. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
Now shows are like 40 minutes to an hour long. I'm like, that's
Yeah, it's rough.
like I'm cool with movies. I like movies because I can sit for 2 hours, watch a movie beginning to end. You know, that's it. Cool. I'm fine with that. You
Yeah.
know, move on. But
Yeah, and then like shows, you know, like you watch an hour and then like you don't have time to watch another show.
But you're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. you
Yeah,
know, it's
but
like
you're
I
going
should be
to.
going to bed right now,
Yeah, I
but
should be going to bed.
they
but
left a
now-
good cliffhanger. I got to watch what happens
Yeah.
next. You know?
You know, that's how it was for Breaking Bad. That show is addicting.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was pretty cool.
And Better Call Saul it started off kind of.
Did not watch that one.
Oh, you didn't?
I usually don't watch spin-offs.
It's really good. It gets as good as Breaking Bad.
Yeah, for a
Really.
spinoff, it's a really good spinoff.
Yeah.
It starts off kind of weak, but then once you like 4th, 5th episode in, then you realize like it's yeah.
Because they did a TV show with Pablo Escobar. That
Oh,
one.
Narcos?
Yes, but
Yeah.
that one was
Oh,
really
yeah.
good. But I didn't watch the spin-off.
Oh yeah, I
'Cause
heard
then
there
it
was
was,
a
like it was
spin-off.
just a whole different thing. And then same thing with Sons of Anarchy. Good show. Didn't watch the spin-off.
Oh,
I
dude,
love the Mayans, dude.
You have to
Yeah.
watch the Maya. It's
Mayans
really
is
good.
I don't want to get started and then like.
In fact, the guy that's in Mayans, one of the main characters, he's also in the new Roadhouse.
The Roadhouse.
Oh yeah.
with
Yeah.
Conor McGregor
Oh,
and
really?
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
His
You
name
ever
is-
see
his
that
name is
movie
Easy-
Roadhouse?
No.
You got to watch the movie.
His name is Easy in the Mayans. That's
Okay,
his
yeah.
character.
Yeah.
He's in Conor McGregor. I didn't realize it fast because he got a little chunky in the
He
face.
did, yeah, he
yeah.
did.
But it's the same guy because I looked it up.
Yeah.
Conor
so
McGregor's doing movies.
show. So
We did Roadhouse.
okay, so Roadhouse was in the 90s? 80s.
Yeah, late 80s, like probably like 87, 88.
Yeah, like 88 or 89, something like that. And
It had Patrick Swayze.
it was a Patrick Swayze movie. It was called Roadhouse.
Well, if you don't know Patrick Swayze, he died, but he's in the movie Goat. This movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg. But he did a lot of movies, but he was like loved
Yeah.
by everybody, and he died of I
Yeah.
think cancer.
Yeah, what was that show that he was a part of for a long time? It was he did a TV show. True Crime? No. Something like that. But anyway, they made a TV show based off the movie, and it's kind of like a little like kind of like a reboot of the movie but as a show.
Okay.
And Jake Gyllenhaal is the Patrick Swayze, like the main guy.
Yeah, the character.
Oh, okay.
Dalton.
Yeah, Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to live up to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
It's
replacing
true.
a good
The dude was
actor.
also in Point Break too. That was
Yeah.
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 that was one of the surfers was Patrick
Yeah,
Swayze.
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah, Point Break. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies too.
No, my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't take that from me.
Hey, the second one though is
Yeah,
know,
it
that's
was
that's
okay,
one of the
yeah.
ones like when you said when they spin off, or reboot.
Bro, it's always.
it just was like cheesy. They're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
doing too much with the stunts and stuff. I'm like, really?
I do think it's because like they're like, oh, this was a hit, right? So then they're gonna make another one, but they try to make it more intense,
Yeah.
better than the first, and it's always a flop. Always a flop.
Yeah, no, like Keanu Reeves, everyone thinks Matrix. I think Point Break.
I think Point Break too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bill and Ted.
Oh,
Excellent
Bill and Ted
Adventure.
too. Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
a good
that's
show.
my all-time favorite movie, man. Especially for
It's
like
pretty
a
good,
little stoner like me, you like that kind of stuff. Because they're like, hey man, like,
That's funny.
bogus, excellent. you know.
Clerks.
All right, you guys. We are gonna take a 5-minute break, but when we come back, we're gonna continue with the trio right here. Just stay tuned, stick around. You guys are listening to Whatever Works on KCA 1050 and Express 106.5.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
From the Bureau of Economic Geology. This is Earth Date. 99.9% of all known species that have ever existed on Earth are gone, extinct. Most of them disappeared in 5 great extinction events. The first 2 happened several hundred million years ago. One was caused by a major ice age, the other by falling oxygen levels in the world's oceans. The next big extinction, 250 million years ago, is called the Great Dying, because 96% of living species were wiped out. This one, and the one that followed at 200 million years, seem to have been triggered by a hotter climate. There are many theories about what caused them, including meteorites, major lava flows, and other climate events, probably some of each. One thing is consistent: dying species left empty environmental niches, which surviving species could then evolve to fill. In this way, those 2 extinctions allowed dinosaurs to dominate the Earth. Their rule lasted 200 million years, until volcanic activity started their decline. Then, around 65 million years ago, an asteroid famously hit Earth. Ash darkened the skies and plunged the Earth into global winter, triggering the last great extinction. Dinosaurs died off, and small animals with warm blood had a huge advantage. This gave rise to the age of mammals, and some of them, millions of years later, became you and me. In this way, each extinction made it possible for new and often more advanced life forms to replace the old ones. Without that asteroid, we wouldn't be here. I'm Scott Tinker, and this has been Earth Date.
Earth Date is produced by the Bureau of Economic Geology at the University of Texas at Austin. Earth Date is researched by Julie Hennings, written by Harry Lynch, and distributed by Mark Blunt and Casey Walker. For more stories, follow us on Facebook or visit earthdate.org.
Hey Southern California, you know what's going on. It's my new hit show, The Scene with Doreen, and I'm your host, Doreen Taylor. Join me every week as I chat with my celebrity friends from TV, movies, music, theater, sports, and everything in between. We explore the lives and careers of some of the entertainment industry's biggest names, with some fun surprises too. Tune in to The Scene with Doreen Tuesdays at 7 a.m. on KCAA Radio, 1050 a.m.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Spear, a licensed agent with Litchfield Insurance Associates here in Beaumont. A large portion of Americans don't have life insurance or don't have enough. Whether you need a temporary policy, something to help with income during retirement, or making sure your final expenses are taken care of, having life insurance is an act of love and security for your whole family. Having a local trusted agent makes navigating through the sometimes complex world of life insurance so much easier. And I would love to be the one to help you. I'm Kaylee Spear. For your free consultation, people are calling 951-769-0005. 951-769-0005.
Tahibo Tea Club's original Pure Pau D'Argo Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood, which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system. And it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TahiboTeaClub.com. Tahibo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E, B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea, and then the word club. The complete website is TahiboTeaClub.com. Or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TahiboTeaClub.com.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in Durga, walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Whatever Works on KCA 1050 AM and Express 106.5 FM. We don't have much time. We only have about 5 minutes left on the show. I'm just kidding. But, this half of the hour always goes by super fast. So I just want to skip to the chase, or cut to the chase, I should say. But before we do all that, Kyle, you know what time it is.
SNJRadio.com. No negative news, no politics, just feel good music.
And then shout out to West Coast Solar Cleaning. If you guys have solar, residential, or commercial, get them clean. Call the guys, West Coast Solar Cleaning. You can look them up. And then also, if you're looking to buy or sell any real estate, or looking to, do an apartment, or have any real estate issues and you're looking for any advice, either I can answer it or I can lead you away to get the answer. So give me a call as well. So before, when we went on break, we were talking about Kyle's brother's cane. Because it's not just any ordinary cane. It's a really cool cane. So if you guys are watching live, you can check it out. You can also watch the show live on KCARadio.com. But, yeah, why don't you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, so I got it at Disney's Animal Kingdom in Florida. And it's got the See No Evil, Hear No Evil monkeys. The first one's the See No Evil. The second one is facing backwards.
Okay.
It's Hear No Evil. And then the other one facing frontwards is Speak No Evil. And that's kind of like a code I always lived by.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so that cane was made to order, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So they hand carve pretty much all the canes, and then you buy them. That's awesome.
They do little statues too, like little monkey statues and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And this cane is not light, you guys. It's not hollow. It's not made out of plastic.
It's
and they're not using
light.
modern tools either. The dude uses an axe, which is a curved axe with the blade on the bottom side, and he kind of just barely scrapes the surface and just takes off thin layers at a time. And then he uses the corner to like dig out like the features. It was crazy.
Wow. And you paid how much?
This one I got 6 years ago, $86, but I just got a new one that's cost me $136, but they're well worth it. They're well made. Like I said, this one's 6 years old.
It's solid wood.
And this one's some kind of like walnut. It's heavy wood. The other one I got is like a lighter zebra wood. So, yeah.
No, that's really cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, you should start collecting canes.
Oh, you can also get them at Epcot too, my brother said. There's
Epcot?
like a little African hut thing there that you can buy them at too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Disney World one time. It was actually during COVID in November. Best time to go. For one, in November, you missed the heat wave in Florida. So
We went that same year during the heat wave.
Oh, really?
During COVID, yes.
Oh, how was that?
Oh, it was fun, but miserable.
Yeah, no, it was like we hit.
Yeah.
Man, it was very icky, very humid, and then we got stormed on a couple times. When I say stormed, for them it's probably just rained on, but we're out here in California, so like any rain's like a storm to us.
We get dumped on every day for about an hour or two straight. Every day we were there.
Yeah.
That's just Florida.
No, it was horrible. It was horrible. And
so you're soaking wet, just. Oh,
yeah, and at one point I bought a poncho, and that poncho, that Disney World poncho, is like just a plastic bag, right?
Yeah, and it turns into like an oven inside when it gets humid.
Yeah, you're literally sweating inside. So then the way Florida works is like it comes with like waves of rain. So like it'll rain for 5 minutes, it'll stop, and then it'll rain again and then stop. So it was like this reoccurring pattern that I don't really experience here in California, because when we get rain, it's raining. It's not just like, oh, it's rain, it stopped, So it's raining. I'm like, oh, time to put the poncho on. I'm already getting wet because it rains hard out there. I put the poncho on. It stops raining. Sun comes out. Now I'm like...
Now it's 130 degree humidity.
Yeah, inside the poncho, and I'm sweating. I'm like, okay, I'm taking the poncho off. As soon as I take it off, it starts raining again. And I did that like 2 times, shame on me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait it out. And I threw that poncho away. And I was like, I'll just stand here in the rain. And it just started pouring. And I was like, I'm not putting it on. Like, no matter what, I'm not putting it on,
That's that rain Forrest Gump talks about in the movie, where it comes up from the ground because it's so thick and it hits the ground, splashes back up.
Exactly. But out there, like, people know. They experienced it, so they don't care. I was like, I'm sure people are going to run like ants once it starts raining. Nope. I'm like standing in line. I'm like, oh, these people are going to leave. Nope. Kids just getting drenched. I was like, this is crazy.
I was there this last June. I was on the Dumbo ride. The one goes up in circles and goes up and down? Without a poncho, because it wasn't raining. Then it just, my Dumbo started filling up with water like an inch deep. I'm like, are they going to stop the ride and let us down? Nope. They wait for the couple times around till the ride actually stopped. Then I was like, told my mom, I need a punch. I'm soaking wet.
Yeah,
I was with one of my little nieces, actually my niece's daughters. Yeah, so like my great niece. Yeah. But it's just, and my sister-in-law was in the Dumbo in front of me. She's getting soaking wet because none of us had ponchos on at the time because it was a sunny day that morning.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just up in the air getting dumped on.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. I really enjoyed Disney World.
It's fun to experience.
Definitely to experience. And there's so much. I was there for 9 days, and I think there's like 7 worlds or 7 lands. So we got to go back and pick which ones we liked to go back to again, because during those 9 days you can only pick one park to go to for that day.
Yeah.
So luckily we were there for 9 days. 9 days is way too long, by the way. I'm not.
Well, see, there's so many other parks to do all the parks. You need about 9 days because Universal's got 2 parks itself.
Yeah.
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 And
And there's the SeaWorld and
the Amazon, the jungle park that you're talking about, over in at
Animal
Disney World.
Kingdom. Yeah,
Animal
the
Kingdom.
safari. That's so fun.
Dude, you know the parking lot itself is bigger than one of the worlds at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's bigger than Magic Kingdom, I think
Yeah.
that's the world. And I was like, that is insane. You know, we had to take a
Monorail.
yeah, well, not only that,
Or the
but
trams. They have trams too.
they also had like lifts,
Yeah.
like little ski lifts, but you're in the pods.
Oh, gondola.
Yeah.
The gondolas.
Yeah, we had to take that across this lake and then take a boat to go. I was like a ferry to go across to get to the. I was like, this is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I didn't see any alligators though. I was kind of sad about that.
Yeah, before my brother moved there, he used to go there every 2 years with his daughters and his son, and he'd stay at Art of Animation. So I recommend that to anyone that has kids, because when you go there, you get on a gondola there that could take you to the 2 or 3 other parks, and you get on another gondola, like a transfer thing, and it takes you to the other park. Like, it's just, you ain't got to do much walking. You just sit in this pod.
The Art of Animation.
They got Little Mermaid theme. They got all the artwork behind the stuff.
Oh wow!
On
Okay.
the walls.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
the hotel that I stayed at, I don't know what it was actually called, but it was like era themed. So we stayed. Sorry guys, that's an emergency call, probably for the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it was we stayed inside in a Rubik's cube because it was like
What?
90s theme.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the Pop.
The Pop.
Yeah, it's
the-
Disney Pop. That's right across the street from Art of Animation, or right across the way from Art of Animation.
It was, bro, it was so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're like in the Rubik's cube. You have to like go inside the Rubik's cube, go up the stairs.
The pool at the Art of Animation, they have 2 pools, and one of the smaller pools is Cars themed.
That's
It's got
really cool.
Tow Mater and all that around it.
Yeah.
But then the gazebos, or whatever you want to call them, next to the side are the traffic cones.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they're cool.
So I'm
Dude.
sitting there inside a traffic cone drinking, like, whoa, this is a trip.
If anyone was on anything, it'd be like, yo, you know,
Oh,
even
man.
walking down sober. Yeah. And it was really cool. I had the funnest time. You know how like, I don't want to say it, but like when you're walking with like a girl, like us dudes, like we're like checking everywhere, you know, checking our six, looking at exits. Girls are like, they're just like wandering. So we went on this ride, and it was the spaceship simulation ride. I forgot what it's called, but there was 2 lines, a green line and an orange line. And they're like, if you've never been on this before, we recommend going on the green line. It's a little easier, right? And then if you're up for it, you can go on the orange line. So we went on the green line first, and I'm like, she's in La La Land, you know, just probably singing songs in her head. And I'm looking at all the signs and the videos of like how this roller coaster works, you know. And it was a simulation. You get in, you're like in the spaceship, very claustrophobic, by the way. And then there's like a screen like a couple inches from your face. And it feels like you're in a spaceship, right? Like you had the full like takeoff and everything, but it's inside a building. Dude, it was so crazy, and she was tripping. She was like, because when we started taking off, like it felt like we were flying, like breaking out of the building, going up to the moon. And she was like, how are they doing this? Like, how is this possible, you know?
Yeah.
But with me, like, I was watching all the signs, I watched on the videos, because the whole time, like, I don't like roller coasters, right? The whole time they were giving out warning signs. I was like, are you trying to freak me out? Like, mentally? Like, bro, like, warning sign in the beginning, warning sign, like, right by the entrance. It's like, hey, you can turn back now still, like, da-da-da. I'm like, what the heck
Dude,
is
that's
going
like
on?
Six Flags.
It was pretty crazy. So we went on the green one. It was cool. So then we went on the orange one. We went on the orange one. I almost choked on my tongue, and I almost passed out. Because it was just so intense. And basically, they're just spinning you, like, inside the building to create the G-force, but they have you at a tilt. So it feels like you're blasting off, you know?
Okay.
But the orange one, I was like, I really was choking on my tongue. And then, like, I was about to pass out. And I was like, if this thing does not stop, like, they give you a barf bag and everything, dude. Like, it was gnarly. It was pretty cool. But my favorite ride there was the Aerosmith ride.
Oh, Rock and Roller Coaster, I think it's called.
Dude, it was so fun.
I didn't get to go on that.
Yeah. See, yeah, and the person I was with at the time, she said it was like crazy, like intense, but I think it was because it was playing Aerosmith, like it was hype, you know, and you get shot inside the building and you're like in the roller coaster at like in the dark with like, you know, neon lights showing all like the 80s rock while you're playing like Walk This Way, like walk this way, you're like hitting loose, talk this way. Like it was so fun, bro. And I was like,
My favorite ride there, it's a new ride, Tron. It's a roller coaster.
I did not ride Tron.
And you're on a bike. Well, they got like a seat all the way in the back if you can't get on the bike. For like, it's like a bench seat. But like the bike, you got to kneel down on your knees and the thing straps on the back of your calf.
Ooh.
And then the thing behind your back pushes you forward and it locks down kind of so like you're in a front forward position. You kind of sit up like this, but it kind of hurts. But it was a fun ride though.
Really?
Yeah, like there's no loops or nothing like that, but it's like, yeah. It's like almost like Space Mountain, but
I was gonna say it's just Space Mountain, yeah.
it's like Space Mountain on steroids.
That's crazy. I heard. Okay, so I was in Anaheim last week. They're making another world at Disneyland,
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
heard too.
and they're gonna have Avatar there.
See, my brother's on the air right now. He'd be
Really?
talking
Yeah.
about all this and telling us like name of the ride you were talking about. Like he
Uh-huh.
knows everything about Disneyland.
Yeah, no, I believe it, dude.
Yeah.
And so it was the bus driver that was giving me all the little like, you know, little tips and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And because at Disney World they have the Avatar ride.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Like, you know how like the Avatar ride is like you're simulating riding like one of the dragons, and you're like flying through, and you're in that like half dome globe, so it feels like you're actually in the thing.
It freaked me out.
It freaked you out?
I think I had too many beers deep that when I
Yeah, I mean, like, probably if that was the case.
I thought I was gonna hurl.
Yeah,
I had to close my eyes on it and look at the screen.
you have to though. You're like, it's fun. And Epcot obviously is the most chillest place. To be.
Every time you go to Epcot, you get a drink around the world. Have a drink in every
a
park.
snack around the world, a drink
Snack
around the world.
yeah, Jack or
like,
Snake.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah. A little expensive, but honestly, during COVID, it was cheap for what it was. You
I'm
know?
sure, yeah.
There was half the people were gone.
Yeah.
They needed people to come in, so everything was pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And my lady at that time, she was like, "We have to go. This is maybe our only opportunity." And I was like, "All right, fine. We'll go to Florida." You know? And I had like a coin jar. I was just not collect coins, but I'm just for one day I'd have coin jar. Use that to pay for our plane tickets.
Oh, okay.
And that was probably the most expensive thing we had to do.
Oh, the plane
was the
ticket,
plane
yeah.
tickets.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
So other than that, we're smooth sailing. But I wanted to go home after like day 5. That's just how I operate. It's like I need to go back to work. I miss home. There's probably a lot of things that's gonna like hit me when I come back.
Yeah.
There for 9 days.
Yeah, when I went there in June, we were there for what, 10 days.
Oh, June. You guys are in Florida in June.
Yeah, we always seem to go in June. The worst time.
Oh, August.
August. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't June this time. It was August. I'm sorry. Yeah.
August is the worst time. To
That
go
is
for it.
crazy. Are you guys going back anytime soon?
Next May for my nephew graduates high school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, May in 2025. Because they get out of school early in May because it gets so hot there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, school lets out in May.
But they probably start school like.
They start like the last week of August, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
Wow. They just have a longer summer than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, their spring break is summer break technically. You know? That's really crazy. And what about you, Kyle? Where do you want to go travel? What theme park do you want to go to?
So-
Disney World in Shanghai?
Oh, that'd be cool. You know, I don't know if I go to China, but
You got one in Paris too.
I'm actually planning a lot of trips next year. I'm in a wedding party for a college buddy who lives in New Orleans, so I'm going there a couple times, and then the bachelor party's in Nashville, so I'm going to Nashville for the first time next year, and then 2026 is the actual wedding day, so I'll be there for like a week.
In Nashville?
In New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to New Orleans.
New Orleans is nice.
I've
It'll
always
be
wanted to go to the French Quarters.
Oh, and you know, and if you drink, then that's the place to be. Cause cause Bourbon Street, both sides of the street, bars,
Jazz bars up and down it. I heard.
jazz bars, coffee shops.
I like that.
Daiquiri places.
Yeah, I like a little bit of jazz.
They're they're like really big into daiquiri.
Really?
And as a matter of fact, they have drive-through daiquiri spots, but the way that it's legal is like they have like the boba. You know how like they seal that plastic over it. So we drove through and got daiquiris. We're like, well, how are we gonna get daiquiris? You know, we're driving. Like, watch this. So we go through the drive-through.
They seal it.
And they seal it, and then they give us the cup.
And then they say, good luck.
Yeah.
They all know you're about to use that boba shot to pull through. Start drinking.
And so, yeah, I had a lot of daiquiris, had a lot of beer.
Wow.
I have a crazy story. It's going to take longer than, you know.
How much time do we have left, Joe? 2 or so.
Yeah,
All right. So you want to save that story?
I do.
All right. Just
It's,
what's the
crazy.
title of the story? What are you calling it?
I was hit on by swingers.
Hit on by swingers. All right.
Yeah.
We'll we'll probably hear that story maybe after the show.
Yeah.
But that's fun.
Yeah.
You know,
It was interesting.
That's on my bucket list.
And then
Not to actually do it, but you know.
I've already done it.
All right.
they have so like they have like the old steamboats from like the 1700s, 1800s.
That's
that
awesome.
like you can go on. And there's one that was commissioned in like the early 1700s called the Natchez. And you could still go on it, and it was a booze cruise. So you got on it, and then like you drank wine and beer.
They have like riverboat casinos too. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on one of those one time.
Really?
Yeah,
And
casino
then-
on a boat.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so it was drinking on this old boat, and then they were teaching you the history of New Orleans.
I like that.
And they go up and down the Mississippi.
Yeah. See, I'm not a history buff, but I do like my history. I like learning about
Yeah,
history.
and
Oh, I
and
love
then like
history.
during lunch they had a jazz band play. So you ate lunch and then you were listening.
I
to
love
jazz.
that, dude. You said New Orleans?
Yeah,
And dude, it was like
man.
$27.
I'm going to New Orleans, baby.
It was $27, and then each glass of wine was like $5.
We're going.
We have to.
We're
We
going.
Yeah.
have to.
I'm gonna join you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a plane ticket all the way to New Orleans. Where is New Orleans? What? State?
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Just to the right. It's just to the right of Texas.
All right, New Orleans it is. Let's go Saints. No, I'm just kidding.
Who that?
All right, you guys.
Go
thank
Birds.
you for listening to Whatever Works on KCA. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay blessed. Happy Sunday, and we'll catch us next week at 4 o'clock.
When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday bed.
Broadcasting more local radio programs than any other station in California.